Hello, I'm Peter Marzano.
And this is Gabrielle Marzano.
We're going to cover the post-game coverage of the Chicago Blackhawks and the San Jose Sharks in Western Conference Final, Game 1. I'm going to move on to Joel Quenneville benching players. As I remarked in the pregame, Joel Quenneville is definitely willing to bench any players that do not fulfill what he wants them to fulfill, and there's a couple examples of that we saw during this game.
Especially on benching Byfuglien. He has his days, he can score, he can be tough, but when he doesn't, he needs to be benched.
Yeah, and that happens with a lot of guys. I saw that after Byfuglien committed that penalty that resulted in the early San Jose goal, Q was definitely ready to sit Buff, and he did. He missed a couple of shifts. They put Hossa with Taves and Kane, so I think that really sent not only Dustin Byfuglien a message, but the entire team a message that they had to step it up.
Going on with Niemi. Niemi this game had 44 saves. That was just incredible. All those saves, especially when the San Jose's coming up, shot Niemi the save with the trapper. It was incredible.
Yeah, Antti Niemi was a hero with not only his trapper, but his blocker, his pads. He was on fire earlier today. Niemi made saves at critical moments. That's what I said. In the pregame, that you need the goalie who's going to make saves for you at the critical moments. Both goalies did that, but it was Antti Niemi, because San Jose, look, when it was just 1-0 San Jose, Antti Niemi came up and he was making all the saves that he needed to make.
And on to our key players, as we said, as Brouwer, he had one assist of the game. He had assist with Sharp.
Yeah, I know that Troy Brouwer was a key player in this game simply because he had to step it up. He was a big contributor for the Hawks in the regular season, and he got an assist. I think that's going to help him going forward. And I also said Danny Heatley was a key player in the game. He didn't score at all. He's part of that first line that, like I said in the pregame, he has to pick it up in order for San Jose to move on. And he didn't pick it up. He played pretty lackluster in this game.
And going on to the goals now, especially with Buff, that was an amazing pass. With Taves winning that face-off to Kane, Byfuglien in the 5-hole of Nabokov.
Yeah, I think that Taves was really aware of where he was. He won that face-off. Kane was right there at right wing. He just found Byfuglien, who hurried to the slot, wide open, fired a shot, and scored. Went straight to the 5-hole of Evgeny Nabokov. So, Dustin Byfuglien really capitalizing on a key chance. And, I think Nabokov, that's when he really wants to have back. And on to Patrick Sharp's goal. Patrick Sharp, that was pretty much a clean goal and you got a clean pass and you just scored right away. Gabby, seriously. Why are you laughing? I'm like talking and then you're like...
Wow!
Are we gonna stop?
No, I can edit it out. Go keep talking.
Oh. So, Patrick Sharp came in. You just got a nice pass from, I believe it was Troy Brouwer. And Brouwer went straight to the net after he passed it. And then Sharp just fired one. If you look, that was a really big goal. Because Chicago was on a surge around 4 minutes before that. And then they finally capitalized. So what do you think about that?
That was a pretty good goal by Sharp. He could play good, bad, but today he was doing pretty good this game.
Yeah, I agree with you. He capitalized on that scoring chance. Now, on to Evgeny Nabokov. He made 38 saves. Let me tell you, it wasn't a bad performance, but the 2 goals he allowed were softies.
Yeah.
And
of course, 2 of them, both right in the 5-hole, easy saves, and it was partly their defense's fault.
Yeah, I mean, I really can't blame the Sharp one on the defense. They were just surging. But the Byfuglien one, that one goes on both the defenders and Evgeny Nabokov. They left Byfuglien wide open. And, it's point blank, but Nabokov, he should have, he saw where it was going. He had a clear lane to see where that shot was going, and it went right through the 5-hole. So, that's a soft goal out by Evgeny Nabokov. But we saw an unlikely hero for San Jose, right?
Yeah.
Jason Demers scoring the only San Jose goal. What do you think about that?
I don't know.
Yeah, Jason Demers just fired a shot on the power play. It was a Dustin Bufflin interference penalty, one that really was not a good penalty to take. It was tough for San Jose to try and recover from. Tough for Chicago, I should say, to try and recover from that. They were getting chances, and they finally were able to capitalize in the second and third period. They basically, I think, owned the last 45 minutes of that game. So, that's the reason why they won. They were capitalizing on the key chances, and they were simply getting more chances. They were creating something out of nothing, and that's what you got to do in the playoffs.
Yeah, and especially in the third period with just a few seconds remaining, when one of the San Jose players passed to Thornton, and one tried to do a slap shot for the one-timer, and he just missed the puck.
Yeah, that was really close. I mean, it was a Thornton shot, and what happened was Antti Niemi was still centered in the goal crease, but Danny Heatley was there ready for the tip, and he had a wide-open net, but that was just too hot to handle for him. And usually, the way I look at it is when you pull your goalie, whether the other team's shorthanded or not, is you always have that one chance. That I thought was their chance. It's usually hard to score after that magical chance, and that was it. Just good defense by Chicago to get it out right after that. And I gotta give San Jose credit. They really hung in there, but you gotta have your key guys: Joe Thornton, Patrick Marleau, Danny Heatley, Joe Pavelski. That's the core of the team right there. And they didn't capitalize when they needed to. So it's going to be tough. Now the Hawks have home ice advantage.
Yes.
You're going to go to Game 2 Tuesday, and this is really important for San Jose. Do you think it's a do or die thing for San Jose?
In my opinion, I'm saying the Hawks are going to sweep San Jose.
Oh wow! I said the Hawks are 1-6. If I'm not expecting them to win Game 2, if they do, then they're in position to sweep. So it looks pretty good for Chicago right now. San Jose, they just gotta make minor adjustments. It really wasn't a bad game. They weren't outplayed by any means. It's just that both the teams had too many scoring chances. They didn't score on all of them.
Exactly, and it is only Game 1, so right now it's really anyone's game.
Yeah, Game 1, who knows? Anything could happen. I mean, you just got done watching Philadelphia and Boston.
Yes.
3-0, Only the third time in NHL history, fourth time in professional sports history, that a team has come back to win a series after being down 3-0. So, anything can happen. That's the way it is in the playoffs. That'll be it. You could tweet us at Hawks pre and post on Twitter. Tweet your answers to this question. What is your prediction for this Hawks-Sharks series? Tell us, is it Hawks in 4, Hawks in 5, Hawks in 6, Hawks in 7, or Sharks in 5, Sharks in 6, or Sharks in 7? We'll reply to your answers. Thank you. This is the Western Conference Final Game 1 post game. So on.